food insecurity is something that everyone is affected by with rising prices of groceries and rising rents. Many people don't have enough to make ends meet month to month, and that's not becoming a problem amongst a small group of people, but a very, very large group of people, right? And building a society and groups where common everyday working people can take part of them and make not only other people's lives better, but their own lives better as well, is sort of the purpose of groups like this, right? So I guess the original one in London, if I go way back, was probably at the original Empowerment House. So that was an activist anarchist house that started in 2007. And then we started it there with this organizer, Arlen Hurrell, and also Darius. Definitely put it up all together. And then later on, a space called EVAC opened up, right? And then Food Not Bombs started going to EVAC. And Narcisse here has actually been organizing Food Not Bombs for years and years.
I actually got introduced to activism through Food Not Bombs. That was one of my first direct actions. That's how I met Narcisse, actually.
EVAC stood for the East Village Arts Collective. So we were just kind of like a collective space of artists, musicians, and activists. And we just kind of, shared a space and did all kinds of stuff. And Food Not Bombs was hosted there for, 15 years, almost 20 years.
I personally see the future of Food Not Bombs as like Food Not Bombs expanding quite a bit, because there's a lot of interest in volunteering and there's a lot of interest in actually like getting involved. And Food Not Bombs is a great group too, because it's like a very non-intimidating group to like get involved in direct action and get involved into like more radical activism, where we're not asking permission to feed people, we actually go out and feed people ourselves. And so I do see us growing quite a bit over the next year. We have an even bigger kitchen lined up, and we have a stable space. And so when we have the stable space and the stable date, people will be able to rely and know that this meal is going to happen at this time every single month.
And it's also about developing the means of how to help our community ourselves without relying through like third parties too.
But the thing about Food Not Bombs too is like it's a collective, right? And so as the cooperative grows and the collective grows, we're going to keep it as a collective structure so that everyone has a say and everyone has involved, and there is no leadership, right? Everyone has their own responsibilities and they all contribute in an equal fashion, right? And it's very important.
Well, I feel like what Food Not Bombs kind of represents also is like direct action, which is itself like how to learn democracy. Real democracy is about like meeting people face to face and discussing your like local issues and the issues your community faces, and trying to come up with different ways, whether they be through like counterculture or like just straight up like direct action or protesting. Like I feel like that's just a really important thing in itself too as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And because we have like common purpose, it makes consensus decision making much easier, right? Because when we have common purpose, like it really builds community more than anything else. Every last Sunday of the month, that's exactly it. And then every last Saturday of the month, we do food collection. And every third Wednesday of the month, we have our meetings, right? And so it makes it very stable, not just for the people who are looking to access food, but also for volunteers. Everything starts small, but it grows organically, right? Right now, we have a group of about 20 volunteers. And so with that, many things are possible just with a group of 20, right? And so I think as the next meetings happen, we're going to see a more aggressive expansion of Food Not Bombs, and hopefully we'll be able to feed a lot more people and do a lot more things, for sure.